Welcome back to the podcast, A Life of a Woman. I am your host, Callie. And if you've been listening for a while, you know that I like to talk about all things women's health, menstrual cycles, and syncing with our body. But today we are diving into something a little bit different, though it's still deeply connected to living in flow and with energy. So, today we are exploring the planetary days of the week and how structuring your life around them can help you move through your days with more ease and alignment. So, I'm not sure if you've heard of this. I don't know if you've heard that each day of the week actually has a planetary body that kind of rules over it and therefore gives it a specific energy of the day. And I love jumping into this. When I heard about it, I jumped straight into it, and I love working in alignment with this. And I really wanted to share it because connecting with something bigger than ourselves, whether you call it universe or divine energy or God, whatever you call it, but connecting with something that's bigger than just our physical being is so much, it just brings so much expansion to our life, and it really helps us to step into our true alignment. So it's a powerful way to manifest your desires, but in co-creation with the forces around us. So I found my true spirituality when we were struggling to conceive our little guy, and my friend kind of really helped me to find what my true spirituality was. And it helped me to realize that we aren't living alone. We don't have to try and achieve everything that we want in life. We don't have to push through and work our butts off doing it alone. Like, we are connected to this bigger force, whatever you may call it. And if you're open to it, then, life just has so many blessings and lessons and learnings that will help us transform ourselves and our lives beyond what we thought was possible. So, women aren't just one dimensional, and same as we on this podcast, are not just about menstrual cycles. Menstrual cycles are just one natural cycle that has a huge impact on all areas of our lives. But I love to, yeah, as I said, we're not just physical beings. So cycle syncing and connecting with our menstrual cycle is just one piece of the puzzle that I love to support women to dive into. It's not just our physical being. That's just one natural cycle. So the other natural cycle that affects us is, the cycle of the moon and the planetary bodies and the universe and our connection to that. So that's also what this podcast is about. It's about finding our unique menstrual cycle, but also finding our authentic spirituality, whatever that looks like to you, but finding your spirituality that helps you to co-create and manifest and transform, because transformation is what this podcast is about and what I'm all about as well. One of my values, and it's all through my birth chart, is growth and transformation. And that's really what I'm here to help women do, is grow and transform. So you can expect to see a few more astrology and manifestation episodes coming through this podcast now. Now, we're getting more of that holistic picture. We're not just about physical beings and menstrual cycles. We are about our emotional and our spiritual health and well-being as well, and the natural cycle that we can connect to really support those areas of our life, because we are all just exploring and creating a beautiful blend of our physical and emotional and spiritual selves. So, while this might sound a little bit spiritual and a bit woo-woo, I do love a bit of woo-woo. But for today's episode, all about the planetary bodies, I do want to say there is some fascinating history and even a little bit of science behind it. So let's jump into today's episode and let's explore how each day is ruled by a planetary energy and how you can use this to plan your week intentionally and use the energies from the universe for a week that feels like it's in flow. So a little bit of the history behind it, where it's all come from, this idea that each day of the week is ruled by a planet. It dates back to ancient astrology and early civilizations. It's not just something that someone's just made up, it's been around for thousands of years. So the Babylonians, the Romans, and even early Europeans, they structured timekeeping around the seven planets that we can actually see with our naked eye. So, and all planetary bodies, I guess, as well. So that includes the sun and the moon, but also the planets Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. So each of these universal bodies, it carries a different energy. And so if you've been moon tracking, if you know your natal chart, you'll know that each of these bodies has different energy, has different meanings, brings different things to our lives, and has an influence. And so this shapes the days that they rule over. So this is why our names for days it often connects to the ruling planet and it totally makes sense. So, for example, Monday is ruled by the moon and Saturday is ruled by Saturn. So you can see the connection there. So while modern science doesn't officially recognize planetary rulership, this is where you need to lean into your woo-woo a little bit. You need to lean into that spirituality and that faith and just know that, the planetary cycles and gravitational forces do impact Earth. So, like, think about how the moon affects the tides or how our circadian rhythm, our sleep cycle is in alignment with the sun. So, there is truth behind this. So while this might be ancient wisdom, it still holds relevance to today and how we experience energy throughout the week. And ancient civilizations, ancient societies, they would live in alignment with this. We have just become so out of tune and so disconnected from any kind of natural cycle in our lives, hence why we don't properly understand our menstrual cycles. We do not, we're not connected to the moon. I'm sure if you asked 20 people on the street when the next full moon or new moon is, they wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, we're not connected to the natural cycles in our life. We're so disconnected, and that's not right. Let's get back to these natural cycles that just, have so much energy and presence in our lives. Like, let's reconnect to these things that really show us how to live a life in alignment and balance as well. Because I had always known, I think deep down known it, or I definitely noticed that my energy changed over the week, but was consistent week after week. So, so I always noticed that on Saturdays, I always wanted to be like super productive with my life admin tasks and get stuff done. Like when I wake up on a Saturday, I'm ready to like wake up and go do stuff. I don't want to just sit around. And then Wednesdays, that's usually when I'm actually like madly sending messages to everyone and making plans for the weekend and always like super chatty at work and stuff. So I'd always had these energies that were the same week after week. And I had just assumed it was, because of the flow of work days and weekends. But when I discovered that each day has the ruling planet and energy, like it all just made sense. Like it was totally how I was behaving without realizing. So let's get into what the planets are and days of the week so that you can then use this knowledge to structure your weeks so that you've got more flow, more energy and balance. So let's go through day by day and explore the best ways to work with the planetary energy so that you can start tweaking when you do different activities so that you're working in alignment with this energy. Because I know so many women say how tired they are. So anything that we can do to try and bring more energy into our life, like let's do it. Let's do it. So working in alignment with these planetary bodies, these days of the week, it will massively help. It will help. Okay, so let's get into it. So Monday. So Monday is ruled by the moon. So on Mondays, our energy, it's emotional, it's intuitive, it's nurturing, it's reflective. Like there's a reason that there's Monday-itis. It's it's not just because it's usually the first day of the work week, all right? Mondays are ruled by the moon, so it's a highly emotional day. So the best things to do on Mondays are to try and get as much rest as you can on a Monday so that you can tackle the rest of your week feeling refreshed and renewed. So, and Monday is for setting intentions as well. So, really take that little bit of time. And if you can, like Monday is probably a good day to not work because you need that space for the emotions and the intuition that's going to come through. So, some of the best activities to do on a Monday include self-care and journaling and emotional check-ins, meal prepping or nourishing your body, connecting with loved ones or setting intentions for the week, and just gentle movement like yoga or walking. And then Tuesday, the fiery day of the week. So Tuesday is ruled by Mars, which is it's a planet full of energy and action. It's a very fiery planet. So the energy of Tuesdays is, it's all about action and drive and ambition and courage and energy. So Tuesdays is actually the best day to start your work week and for executing, for getting shit done. Like this is your day to get things done. This is your day to make decisions, get projects off the ground. But because Mars is so fiery, just be mindful of arguments or confrontations that might come up on this day, or, just jumping ahead too fast. Like it's a lot of energy on Tuesdays. So, best activities to do on a Tuesdays include tackling those big projects and high energy tasks, intense workouts or physically demanding activities, standing up for yourself and having courageous conversations, but be mindful of confrontation. But yeah, definitely you've got a bit more courage. Go and chase those things you want. And also on Tuesdays, just push through the procrastination and take bold steps and yeah, get shit done. And then Wednesday. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is the planet of communication. If you know planets and birth charts and things, it's the planet of communication. So when you hear Mercury in retrograde, communication is going to go crazy. So Wednesdays are all about communication. They also bring the energy of learning and business and ideas and intellect. So Wednesdays, because communication rules like so much of this, it's a great day to deliver messages, have important conversations, organizing your schedules as well. I always naturally organize my schedules on a Wednesday, which seems totally weird because it's like middle of the week, but that's literally when I have energy for it, like without even trying. I love scheduling on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are also a great day to network and brainstorm. So, and if you're going to set up an important meeting, try and make it a Wednesday as well. So, other great activities for Wednesdays include writing, brainstorming, and planning content, scheduling meetings, networking, social media engagement, learning something new, studying or organizing your thoughts, and having deep conversations and working on mindset. So it's a great thinking day. Also, another great work day. And then Thursdays is ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is the energy it brings. Like Jupiter is the planet of expansion and abundance and growth and optimism. So like it brings all of those energies on Thursday. And I know I definitely feel that energy on Thursday and a lot of the like trivial little things, little tasks, I just don't have the energy for. I want to do the big, like expanding things on Thursday. So Thursdays are a great day for learning something new or setting some intentions, maybe reflect on what you've accomplished and show your gratitude for them. It's a great day to write out your goals and ambitions, maybe meditate on them. So yeah, some other great activities to do are that big picture planning and goal setting. I definitely have energy for that on Thursdays. Some manifestation practices, and as I said, journal on your gratitudes, teaching and learning or investing in personal development because we're all about growth and transformation and expansion. So your own learning and personal development is great for Thursdays. And then also, not just about you, but generosity. So, giving back to others and sharing that knowledge and networking with others. It's really great for Thursdays. For another great work day for maybe the things the higher level tasks, those expanding tasks that would if you can do them on Thursdays. And then Friday is ruled by Venus. So Venus is the planet of love and beauty. So the energy that it brings on Fridays, I know we all feel it. We're always, TGIF. Thank God for Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's not just because it's typically the end of the work week, like that's what we like to think, but also it's ruled by Venus. So it's got this energy. It's got the energy of love and beauty and pleasure and relationships and connection and creativity. So Fridays are a great day to, half day work day if you can. I know I certainly do, but half day work day on Fridays because it's a great time to kick back and socialize and connect with others, get creative. You can even go on like a date with your partner or your friends. Or indulge in self-love as well. Take yourself on a date. Make a delicious meal. It's just like Friday is like your day to have fun. Like Friday is Fun Friday. That's what we should call it. Fun Friday. So yeah, other great activities to do on a Friday. Yeah, they're the romantic and social activities, dating, spending time with your loved ones, self-care and pampering, dressing up and beautifying your space, creative projects like art, music, or dance, and then enjoying delicious food, slowing down, but embracing that pleasure, like fun Fridays. Like do everything that feels like fun. And so yeah, that's why I love like half work day Fridays because you get the socializing with your colleagues in the morning and then you get to kick off and go have fun with the rest of your friends and family. It's great. But then Saturday is ruled by Saturn. So this has a totally different energy to Friday. So Saturday is ruled by Saturn, which is the planet for discipline and structure. So this would actually make for a really great work day. It's like if you could take Friday off and then work Saturday. That would be great. Or if you could work Tuesday to Saturday, if you need to work 5 days, like working Tuesday to Saturday would be great. So then you've got Sunday and Monday off. So Saturday, the energy for Saturday is discipline, structure, responsibility, and boundaries. So this is an adulting kind of day. So that's what I was saying before. Like I've always done like life admin on Saturday. It's just felt like the right day to do it. So it is an adulting kind of day. It's, catching up on work, it's running errands, it's taking responsibility, getting up and doing the work that you've been avoiding all week. So it's a great time to be proactive and yeah, just handle life and all the admin and things that come along with that. So best activities for a Saturday include cleaning, organizing, handling responsibilities, resting and setting boundaries around your energy, maybe long-term planning, financial check-ins, maybe some decluttering, and reflecting on your achievements of the week that's just gone ahead. Just gone. Yeah, of the week that's just gone. And then Sunday, the last day of the week. Sunday is obviously ruled by the sun. And the sun is, if you know birth charts, like the sun is like who we are at our core. It's like what lights us up like so authentically. It's like what brings us warmth and, alignment, and, everything revolves around the sun, like in the universe. Like everything revolves around the sun. So it like should be revolving around us and our personal desires. So the energy that Sunday brings is around vitality and confidence and purpose and leadership and warmth and, yeah, your personal desires. So Sunday is a great day to embrace your individual light and what makes you happy. So do those things. Like Sunday is about recharging yourself. Like think of like a solar battery, charging in the sun. Like Sunday is for us to recharge ourselves for the week ahead. It's a day to unwind, get centered, get grounded, get re-energized for the upcoming week ahead. So some of the best activities for Sunday include setting intentions for the week ahead, spending time outdoors, getting sunlight, connecting with nature, all of those really grounding and re-energizing and things that are, naturally healthy for us physically, but also emotionally. So definitely get out in nature and get in the sun on Sundays. Also practicing gratitude, meditating, and maybe your spiritual activities, but doing something that lights you up. So your hobbies, your passions, like have play, like doing things that light you up, like the sun. Like we want to light ourselves up. So they are the 7 days of the week. And yeah, if you can, like I'm all for not working 5 days a week. Like, that is just too unbalanced to work and live life. Like that is too unbalanced. So but I know that, finances and everyone, we all have to do what we have to do. But if you have that freedom and that flexibility to shape your life and to shape your week and your structure, then I would definitely recommend working like Tuesday to Friday based on the planetary days of the week. Like that's a get get shit done day, like a high action day. It's a communication day. It's an expanding and growth day. And then a day of, like love and relationships and connection and creativity. And then that means you get Saturday as your day of structure and responsibilities. That's your day to do life admin. And then Sunday is like your day to do things that light you up. And then you've got Monday to yourself to just go with the energy. Like that could be a solo day, a day to just do what you want and just go with your energy and just give yourself the space to feel the feels that come through and listen to that intuition and just nurture yourself for the week ahead. Like how nice does that sound as a work week? Like as a weekly structure? Like that sounds awesome. So how can you start integrating this into your life? Like I'd love you to really like think about what's one action that you are going to take away from this. Like you don't have to overhaul your entire schedule overnight. Like that does not work for a lot of people. For some of us, yes. But for a lot of people, you just need to do one thing at a time. And just like imagine what if you did try to honor just one or two of like these planetary energies each week. Like maybe on Mondays, if you can start work a bit later, like maybe you do a bit of self-care in the morning, or maybe you actually just do, 5 or 10 minutes of journaling of what do you want out of your week? Like, what do you need to have a great week this week? Or you could, at work, if you're creating meetings or setting meetings, like try and make them happen on a Wednesday. And then Thursday, do, your monthly planning or do a bit of like learning and research to grow at your work. Like there are so many little things that you could do. And I've definitely been acting and planning things more in alignment with this over the last 6 months. And you may have even noticed that this week I am releasing my podcast on Tuesday. So I've always done my podcast on a Monday. That was always my business day. And last week I said, no, let's, let's act in alignment. Let's live in alignment. And so Mondays used to be my business day, but now Tuesdays are my business day, and Mondays, I've switched them around. So Mondays are my one-on-one day at home with my little toddler. So Tuesdays are my day of action, they're my day of energy. And so I wanted to give that productive energy to my business. So then Mondays are now my days at home with my toddler. And as I said, Mondays can be highly emotional, intuitive. You need more of those nurturing activities. So that's the day that my toddler and I are at home together so that we can comfort each other and nurture each other and our connection and choose to do activities based on our energy that day. So we don't have anything booked in. So some Mondays we might go to a wildlife park, go and see some animals. Some Mondays we might stay at home all day in our pajamas. Like, who knows? Some Mondays, like yesterday was great. We were planning his birthday party and we went to the playground and were playing outside for ages. And then we had an afternoon just at home, racing his cars around the table out in our backyard. So it's just great if there are these tweaks that you can do to, plan your week so that you're in alignment with these natural energies, because you will find that life just begins to flow with more ease and the energy just feels right for what you need to do. So instead of pushing against the current, you're like moving with it. And you'll find that sweet spot where you've got productivity, but also peace and flow, but then like purpose as well. Like what each day is going to bring, the energy it's going to bring. And so you're just like on point each week. So that is today's podcast. So I would love to hear if you're already using this in your life. Like, I don't know how many people actually know about these planetary days of the week. Like, I would love to know if you already do this, or if this has sparked an interest in you to apply something from this episode. I would love to know. Tag me on Instagram or DM me your thoughts or leave a review or comment on this podcast episode, because I would love to know what sparked for you. And if you want to go deeper into this work, definitely stay tuned. There's more episodes coming up on astrology and spirituality and alignment. But don't worry, we are not losing all of our menstrual cycle goodness. And I have some really exciting episodes coming up. I've got a couple of guest speakers lined up for the next month or two. So I'm super excited for the next couple of months of episodes for you all. And yeah, I'm just helping get the message out there and get these conversations out there that, can sometimes seem a bit spiritual or woo-woo, but when you actually start actioning these things and living in alignment with these things, you realize whatever, I don't care if people think it's woo-woo or whatever, when I'm just feeling so much better every day, like when it's actually working and is in alignment for me and how I live my life, whatever. You can think I'm woo-woo, fine. I'll be woo-woo. I love woo-woo because it works for my life and it just feels so dang good. So if you want a copy of my freebie, which just lists all the kind of information from today's episode and really helps you work out how you can, schedule your week and structure your week based on these planetary days and the best activities for them, just DM me on Instagram, just DM me the words planet days, and I can send you a copy of all of this, because I know that I have the planetary days like written. It's in my diary and they're on my pin board right like above my work desk. And so every day I can see them. I'm looking at them right now, recording this. So yeah, it's so great just to have that printed copy so that when I am booking stuff in, I can just quickly like, what day are we talking about? What's the energy that day is going to bring? Is there a better day I can do that activity? So yeah, super great. I love this. Super easy. Give it a go. Highly recommend. And I would love to hear from you. and what you took away from it and what you're going to do now. But that's all for today's episode. Thank you for being here. And until next time, keep flowing, keep thriving, and keep creating a life that is uniquely yours. Bye.